Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us here at APCA Studios. Let's talk about the news. Fake news. Fake news is often created to be widely shared or distributed for the purpose of generating revenue or promoting or discrediting a public figure, political movement, company, etc. Fake news is nothing new. Misinformation and the different ways of spreading it have been around for hundreds of years. Fake news also ties right into media literacy. Media literacy is the ability to critically analyze stories presented in the mass media and to determine their accuracy or credibility. If you want to get better at determining if a news story or popular headline is fake, you can ask yourself a few questions, like who created this message? Where did it come from? Knowing where the message was created or why it's being sent in the first place is usually a good place to start when it comes to figuring out if the story is real or fake. You can also ask yourself why you clicked on the link in the first place. What techniques are being used to attract attention? The more views or clicks a website gets usually means more revenue for the person that created it. Additionally, figuring out what lifestyles or views are being presented can help determine if the story is legitimate. And finally, how might the message be interpreted by others with different views or values? A few things you can do to combat fake news is to check the spelling of words used in the headline. Most of the time, real news stories won't have any spelling or grammatical errors. You can also check the author's sources and see if they're reliable. Simply checking these things before sharing it with friends or family can be enough to stop the spreading of misleading stories. Interestingly, fake news often spreads more than real news, and while many businesses are developing countermeasures against misinformation, it's still important to know when a story is fake. And now we're going to talk with my good friend Bobby and see what he knows about media literacy and fake news.
Hello, Bobby. Thank you for coming out and answering some questions today.
No problem.
So, what is media literacy?
I believe media literacy is the ability to analyze stories and figure out their accuracy.
What is one thing you can do to combat fake news?
Probably check the sources and find any credibility, and if there's not, then probably don't trust it.
That's good. What was one of the 5 questions you can ask yourself?
Probably what techniques are being used to attract attention.
What is the purpose of fake news?
I think that the purpose of fake news is to mislead some people or make money or what's it called?
Discrediting?
Discrediting the public figure.
And finally, how do you feel about fake news?
I feel like it's just a waste of everyone's time, and it's just kind of pointless. And I think that the fact that it exists in the first place is just a problem.
I completely agree. Thank you, Bobby. Have a nice day.
You too.